Welcome to Stories Incarnate, designing embodied interactive experiences for live audiences. We worked with Cirque du Soleil to investigate the future of live entertainment. The pandemic upended our original plan to work with these guys and perform here. And I ended up being the performer instead. Using a research through design approach, we held several design workshops, developed a proof of concept in my basement, performed it for an 8-person audience who then provided informal feedback for the experience. The trends in the entertainment industry suggest that audiences are seeking transformational experiences, i.e. experiences that provide a sense of communion, agency, and embodiment. The related work suggests that interactive experiences for live audiences either focus on the narrative without considering the technology, or that they emphasize technology without considering the narrative. We wanted to create a proof of concept where the technology and narrative are integrated so that the audience's embodied experience is directly related to the narrative.
We grew up loving the land. We grew up loving each other on the land. The relationship that we have with each other and how that relationship we have with each other impacts what we do to the land. In other words, what we do to each other and how we look at each other, how we interact with each other is one of the reasons some things are happening to the land. We grew up loving the land. We grew up loving each other on the land. The relationship that we have with each other and how that relationship we have with each other impacts what we do to the land.
Through our research through design process, the original narrative was about a clown having a birthday party with his gnome and pet llama. My previous work with an Indigenous Bedouin scholar and activist inspired me to change the story to something more meaningful and socially relevant. Indigenous research takes into account positionality, relationality, relevance, respect, and reciprocity. I wanted to use this creative research opportunity to spread a message from Canadian Indigenous scholar and artist, Jeanette Armstrong. Her phrase, "My body is the land," became the rationale behind the whole story, and it transformed the model we used, and it informed, the model we used to design the audience's gestures. From the informal feedback session, we generated some points to consider when designing these types of experiences. Audience members discussed that our narrative worked well because we chose a narrative where the audience was not a participant, but an actual character in the story, and their participation was essential to driving the narrative forward. Finally, a point on conducting research amid the pandemic. I made use of the resources in my community. My social bubble helped me film the project and acted as audience members. Many of them are artists, and their participation was helpful to me and to the project, and also helpful to them in terms of boosting morale at a time when their work had been halted. This project follows the humanistic trend in HCI, and it demonstrates the need for more feminist and indigenous methodologies, ones where the researcher's immediate environment and the people in it are valid sources of data and support, and where a more symbiotic relationship exists between them. Thank you.